actual strength to work out the majorities. So for Lok Sabha, the actual strength is 545. For Rajya Sabha, the actual strength is 245. Okay? The actual strength is 245. Now, while you calculate the majority, right, you need not worry about the sanction strength. Sanction strength is just to have an idea about what the size of the parliament could be at the maximum, right? But the actual strength of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha matters while calculating the majority. Now, in the Constitution, nearly 5 types of majorities are mentioned. 5 types of majorities. 5 types of majority are mentioned in the Constitution. Article 100 talks about the quorum. Talks about the quorum. Quorum means minimum number of members who must present on any day to have the business conducted in the parliament. So, quorum is minimum number of members either in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha to have the business conducted. So, for the conduct of business on any day in the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, there must be present at least a minimum number of members. That is called the quorum, and that quorum is mentioned in Article 100. The quorum is 1/10. 1/10 of the total membership of that house. When I mention total membership of that house, it means the actual strength, not the sanction strength. Therefore, for Lok Sabha to calculate quorum, we should not take the sanction strength of 552, but we should take the sanction strength of actual strength of 545. So 545 is the actual strength, and that figure must be taken for calculating the quorum. So what is 1/10 of 545? It comes to 54.5. The rounded figure is 55. So on any day, to have the business run or conducted in the Lok Sabha, there must be at the least 55 members present. And what is the quorum for Rajya Sabha? 1/10 is 24.5, which works out to 25. So 55 members for Lok Sabha and 25 members of Rajya Sabha must be present on any working day of the session of the parliament to have the business conducted in that house. So this is the quorum mentioned in Article 100. Now, the main function of the parliament is legislation, enactment of laws. So usually the parliament would sit to enact laws, in addition to other secondary functions like discussing topics of national interest, international issues, social and economic issues, then having an informed debate on any particular topic and all those things, or conducting itself as a judiciary, right, while it looks into the privilege motion of any member. So as the parliament has many functions, the most important function of parliament is to enact laws. And with regard to laws, as you know, it can be termed according to the stages that bill has gone through. When it is at the draft stage and at the discussion stage, up to the passage of the bill, it is called just bill, right? When it is given assent by the president after getting passed in both the houses of parliament, it will become a law. Once when it is notified in the official gazette and the statute book, mentioned in the statute book, then that will become a statute. So from bill, I'll write here, bill to law to statute. Now we are for types of majority, we will take the bill stage, and under the constitution there are nearly 4 types of bills mentioned. One is the ordinary bill, another one is the finance bill, and yet another bill is called the money bill. And the 4th bill mentioned in the Constitution of India Act is Constitutional Amendment Bill. Constitutional Amendment Bill. Amendment Bill. Now, to get these bills passed in the Parliament, certain majorities are to be adopted. Only with the stipulated majority of members supporting that bill would get passed in the Parliament. So, while getting the bill of, say, for ordinary bill, getting it passed, you need to have the minimum quorum. The minimum quorum is, for Lok Sabha, it is just 55. And with regard to ordinary bill, the majority required is simple majority. So, for the ordinary bill to get passed in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha, you take the quorum as the strength, right, as the strength required, and the quorum with regard to Lok Sabha is 55, and for Rajya Sabha it is 25. In the quorum, if you apply simple majority, it works out to, say, 55 by 2 plus 1, which comes to